We've entered some text, saved our Word file, and now we're ready to print our document and distribute it to others at a meeting or place it in a file drawer. Previewing and printing your document is really easy with Word 2010. To preview your document and see how it will look when printed, or to send your document to the printer, either hold Control and hit the letter P, or click File and then Print to see the combined preview and print settings in Word 2010. The preview appears on the right-hand side. There's a zoom slider here that will allow us to look at the document in more or less detail. As you get to smaller sizes, you get to see more pages at one time, so you can see a lot of your print job at once if that's what you wish to do. Notice you also have a scroll bar that will allow you to scroll, and a button that will let you zoom to a particular page. So if I move, it will go by page. Turn this off and I'll have my other zoom back. On the left-hand side, I see my printer and the number of copies. If you want to print to a different printer other than the printer listed, click the down arrow to see a list of all of the printers that are available to you. Some of the printers may not be physical printers. For example, if you have Adobe Acrobat loaded on your computer, you'll see Acrobat PDF as a printer. This is a virtual printer, not an actual printer. Here's a fax machine that we can print to. Here's the ability to send this to Microsoft OneNote, which is an application, again, not a printer, and then Snagit 9, which is an imaging application. So many times when we say print, we don't necessarily mean print to a physical printer. We can also print to these virtual printers as well, or to other applications. If the printer that you want does not appear on the list, simply click the Add Printer link and choose a printer from your network. Print to file is something that is used only rarely anymore. You don't have a reason to use it typically because you have the ability to print directly to applications like Adobe. If you want a printer to be your default printer, your all-the-time printer, whether it's a printer you've just added or another printer, you can't set that here. The default printer has a green check mark next to it showing that it's the default. If you've chosen a new printer to use with Word, and you want to set your default printer, you need to go out to Start, to the Windows Control Panel, to View Devices and Printers. Choose the printer you want, for example, this Hewlett-Packard ColorJet. Right-click and choose Set as Default Printer. If I do that, that check mark will move over to this printer, and the next time I print, this will be my default printer. Not just in Word, though. In every single application, because now we're not setting these settings in Word, we're setting these settings in Windows. So don't do this to simply change printers for Microsoft Word or for one application. This is your Windows default printer that you're setting here. And it's easy enough back here in Word to simply choose the printer that you do want. Perhaps a color printer sometimes, a black and white printer at other times, or sending it to a fax on other occasions. Now I can set the number of copies that I want to print, having chosen my printer. Click the Print button and leave to go walk to my printer and pick up my print job. We've just printed our first document using the default print settings. To change your print options, see Setting Print Options later in this chapter.